Going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at core strength. All right, functional core strength as well, because yeah, you want it to look good, but you also want it to do its job, especially if you're looking to play your best golf and hit it super deep. All right, so today we're going to look at 3 different movements. All right, so we're going to start with a band, we're going to go to the med ball, and then we're going to deadlift. Okay, so these are 3 great movements that you can combine if you're in the gym. Use the banding movements as a warm-up, as an activation, then combine the deadlifts and the med balls as a nice little power set. But also, these 3 movements are indicative of the wider training protocols. All right, so basically we're looking through 3 protocols here. One is going to be your core specific work, which is going to be anything to do with bands, bodyweight exercises, basically the movement capacity and engagement of the core where you are focusing in on that area. Okay, then you head over to the med balls, and that's going to be about having a stable core, an active core that's holding the spine where it needs to be, allowing you to use the ground, and then transferring that energy and that power. All right, so you're not actively thinking about the core in terms of the exercise itself, but it has to be effective, it has to be efficient if you want to perform the movement well. Hence, we get stronger, we get more functional. Okay, and then the final one is going to be your strength. All right, your strength exercises, your compound lifts. If your core is weak, the whole movement is going to be thrown off. All right, so again, it's a different element of training because the core then has to be super stable to connect the strength, the power, basically the whole body together to execute on any given movement. All right, so these are 3 protocols with some cool examples, but this is how you need to train the core as you head forwards. All right, so let's start with a band. Okay, so the movement we're going to do today, pretty simple. This is going to be the banded bird dog. All right, so you're going to get onto all fours. You're going to loop the band into your left hand and then over your right foot. And obviously, you can then go right hand and left foot. Mix it up. Okay, so you're going cross-body patterns. Essentially, what you're trying to do here is maintain a neutral spine and extend your extremities as far as possible. Okay, so you can't control your body position, your posture, unless your core is exactly where it needs to be. So, breathe through. Make sure as you execute the movement, your breathing's on point, your core feels good, feels really good, and you're exactly where you need to be. Okay? Moving on from there, we're going to go into the med ball work. All right, so we're trying to be explosive. We're trying to be powerful. We're going to use the ground in the best way possible. So today we're going to look at the vertical to rotational med ball slam. Okay? Bunch of fun. We know what it's all about, guys, right? When you snap those hips, you really want to transfer through the core. You're going to get high. You're going to let it go to the ground. Catch. Load up that trail foot and then rotate to the wall. Okay? Be super explosive. Have fun and make sure that, again, you're using your core strength. You're using your position to use the ground and power out as much as you can through the med ball and into the wall. All right, so our final movement today is going to be the barbell deadlift. All right, if you want a strength exercise, this is it. Okay, a good execution of the deadlift is a huge component of day-to-day health and your overall physical fitness. Okay, so load up. Obviously, you got lots of different ways to train here. You can go absolute strength, where you're going to be a high percentage of weight and low reps. You can go power, where you're going to take that weight down a little bit. You're going to move that bar faster for a few more reps. And then you can look more at speed and endurance relative to conditioning, whatever stimulus you're at. Okay, so we have done some coaching on the deadlift before, but pretty much you need to make sure you got neutral spine, your feet are engaged fully to the ground, and you're in a great position starting out. Okay, once you start to apply pressure to the bar, maintain your shoulders and hips in alignment so the spine stays where it should. Push into the ground, utilizing the whole foot, pushing through the quads. Let the bar move past the knee. Nice vertical bar path, not getting away from the body, and then fire up that posterior chain to finish the movement, guys. All right, so those are 3 awesome examples of how to create functional core strength. Let's head over to the mat and talk about how you can put it into your swing as well. So, those 3 elements we just looked at are also going to play a part in your golf swing. All right, so you have to be able to stabilize the core and activate it whilst thinking about everything else. Okay, so the breath work, the activations on the bird dog are going to transfer over really nicely. Obviously, the med ball slam, you got the rotation, you got the snap of the hips, It's a direct pattern that transfers again to the swing. All right, so think about how you load it up through the core. When you think about slamming a med ball, there's not really any technicality to it. You're just letting the body do what it needs to do. Try and bring that into your game as much as possible. All right, and then obviously, strength allows for stability, positioning, and just basically for all movement. Okay, so if you're strong through the core, your posture is good, your golf swing can be there as well. All right, and in terms of the swing, a big thought I like to have when I'm really hitting it well, making sure I don't get lateral, I like to engage the core and point it over my trail quad. All right, so as I turn, I brace the core, I brace that trail side, so then the right hip, my trail hip, rotates enough, but then the turn of the torso goes against that. Really solid position for me, allows me to get deep, but not get loose. All right, so you don't want anything going lateral or going to the outstep of the foot. I pressure the core against that trail quad, feel the foot grip in the ground, and then here, everything's solid, down into the ground, use all that power we just generated through the core over there, and again, the core needs to transfer the energy from the ground, through your legs, into the arms, the extremities, and the club, okay? So this needs to be super, super solid, all right, guys? So, hope you enjoyed this video. Lots of cool stuff. The core is as important as everybody thinks it is, but how you train it needs to be pretty varied as well, all right? So, make sure you subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, and go and download the GOLFWOD app.